Good morning. Happy almost New Year. It's Saturday, December 31st. I'm Rose.
And I'm Rhoda.
And this is the Something Good Morning Show. Good morning and welcome.
As you can see, it is hair washing day. So ahead it is.
Well, and I'm just going into the new year with a new do. So hence this situation. I'm sorry.
Can't wait to see the new do next week.
I mean, nothing crazy, but I mean, a
Just
trim.
a refresh.
A refresh, yes. Sometimes you just need an update.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
anyways, is there anything we just want to say goodbye to this year? You know, we're always talking about, hello, new year, new things, new do, new goals. Anything we're just glad we're saying goodbye to?
I think just letting go of whatever was not done. And
letting go
no
of those
regret,
empty check
letting
boxes.
it go.
Yes, regret. Oh, that is so good. And it seemed like balloon pants had a moment, and maybe
Why?
they had a moment in 2021, and I was oblivious. I'm hoping we don't take those into 2023.
I can say goodbye to those.
I could say goodbye. Like, they're just
I don't
want
to say goodbye to skinny pants.
No.
As some people are trying to get rid of.
I'm holding on. I am holding on for dear life.
I want to keep those around.
Me too. And speaking of fashion, do you guys know, you probably already know because you're just ahead of things, that the color for 2023 is Viva Magenta. Were you expecting that?
I had no idea.
So,
What is that color?
I don't know. Expect to see bath towels in Viva Magenta.
Is it like an
I don't
orangey
know. Clothing fashion.
What color
Viva
is it?
Magenta. Magenta is like this darker pink, you know, so one is
And the
supposed to
Viva?
feel empowered.
And alive magenta?
Yes, exactly. So we'll
that
see
should be
how
interesting.
that takes over fashion. I mean, the home. I don't know how far that extends, but it's just fun to see what the color of the year is.
I can't wait to see you embrace that in your
I
new
know.
wardrobe.
Speaking of wardrobe, are you somebody who just, spring, fall, it's closet clean out time, it's time to purge, make room for the new. I mean, how do you do it? Are you somebody who has those 4 piles and decides to, what am I going to keep? What am I going to donate? What am I going to sell? What am I going to just throw away? You know, because I think I tend to be somebody, I do kind of clean out spring and fall, but it's not like super intentional. It's just like, I need to bring in some sweaters, and so I don't have room. So here, what can I kind of get rid of?
Yeah, I think you see people who, after Christmas, they're putting away all the decorations and like all their gifts, and that's the time that they start getting rid of stuff as well. And people just, I dropped some stuff off at Goodwill, and there was a line of like 7 people. And so I was like, this is a thing. But yeah, some people do the big spring cleaning. Some people just, I'm kind of more like, as I go throughout the year, I can't say I have one big push, but when I feel like, this is just too much, I have too much stuff, I just need to get rid of stuff, and then I'll just purge. So I'm curious if you're like one of those who starts putting stuff away and then is like, I gotta get rid of stuff, just too much, you know, or if you're like the person who, if you get something new, like a new sweatshirt, then you get rid of an item. I've heard of that too. So yeah, just curious. Tell us below. How do you roll?
Yeah. You just wait till like something doesn't fit and then think, gotta get rid of that size.
Or it's ripped or
Yeah,
torn.
yeah.
All those socks with holes, just throw them away right now.
Exactly. Why are you holding on to them, really? And speaking of some food, which sometimes gets us in trouble, and so we do need to do our closet clean out. One thing that is very friendly in the clothing area is cheesy cauliflower bread. Now, I did make this for Christmas Eve.
It was very
and
good.
It was really good. Simple to put together and really hardly any carbs. I mean, as far as there wasn't any flour, it really is
It's
just
made
like
from
cauliflower
rice
and
cauliflower.
Parmesan. Yeah. So it was great and tasty. So
and
something to check out. It's from Spruce Eats. So if you go to
Never heard of them.
spruceeats.com, they have lots of recipes. check that out.
Yeah, it was a great little appetizer, and it was
Guilt-free.
really tasty, but it didn't feel heavy, you know. So it was, and she had some marinara sauce you could dip it in, kind of like cheesy bread, you know, from the pizza shop that we don't ever get. But yeah, that was essentially how it was.
Yeah. And something we're saying goodbye to in the food department is sugar, at least
Again.
for a season. Again.
Yes. Just through the Christmas season, I don't usually eat sugar besides stevia or maybe some raw honey or maple syrup. But Christmas, I had cookies and things, and man, can you tell a difference? I'm like, this is not worth it. I don't feel good. And so back to it.
Yeah.
It's already kind of begun after the holidays, and but for sure, beginning of January, just no more sugar. It's not worth it.
And I just think things don't taste as good. Like, that's what I noticed. I remember, like, in Hawaii, having a chocolate or a truffle, and wow, this is amazing.
Really
savoring my goodness,
it.
you just savor everything. And then come December, it's like I've had sugar so many times and things just don't taste as great.
It all just starts tasting the same.
Exactly. So I'm like, I love it when things just taste really good and you look forward to
taste the flavors.
Treat.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyways, we'll just say hello to maple syrup, raw honey if we need something, stevia. So
even coconut sugar is not as terrible
as
just the white sugar.
Yeah, exactly. And one of those things that can help us detox is sauna. And I think we've mentioned this before.
Sugar and Christmas cookies.
But it is great. One of the things I want to incorporate as one of my healthy habits this year is doing more sauna therapy. And it really can have some of the same effects as exercise. So you really do, your body gets some of the same benefits. So even if you can't hit the gym, hit the sauna for 20 minutes or work yourself up to 20 minutes. So it's really great also for brain health and can really help prevent some cognitive issues as you get older. Yeah, and you just feel great, you know?
Really detoxifying. You want to make sure you hydrate well afterwards, though. If you're getting, or after you're sweating all of that out, and shower as soon as you can after to rinse it all off.
Really? Shower? That's a good tip. That's a pro tip right there.
After the sauna?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to absorb back all that sweat, so.
I completely agree.
And, make sure you hydrate well. You can do a little electrolyte in your water afterwards, but make sure you replenish afterwards.
And some of our favorite brands, or two of our favorite brands, would be SaunaRay.
Yeah, SaunaRay and Heavenly Heat,
Yep.
I think there's some others out there. But those are infrared saunas, not just like a sauna that's at the gym, but like an infrared sauna.
Yes.
And, I was trying to think if there's anything else. No, it's definitely a good idea. It's really great if you're, like, in a cold climate like ours, or you don't see the sun a lot. It just gives you that, like, really warm feeling again of, like, oh, okay, it's, like, it's just good for the mind.
Yeah,
it
supports mental health.
Yeah.
And another thing that can support mental health is reading the Bible.
Reading the Bible. Yeah. What do you guys do? How do you start the year off with your Bible reading? Do you we were talking about the different ways. You can go in chronological order, or do you try to get through in a year, or like Rose likes a Bible study more. So I think before I've started the chronological way, I haven't quite made it all the way. So I was looking at the Bible Recap app, which you guys probably have heard of from Candace Cameron Bure's podcast with Tara Lee Cobb. And I think I might want to try that. There's a whole plan on the Bible app if you just search the Bible Recap podcast, I think. And there's a plan you can follow. And plus, they post about it all the time on Tara Lee Cobb's and the Bible Recap.
Or Cobble.
Sorry. And anyways, look into that, because every day she puts out a podcast and it's about the passage of scripture you would have read that day. And I just think that might be something different. It's nice to kind of have that online support and community that is doing it as well. But I know, Rose, you like to do more of a study?
Yes, and I think we've mentioned before about the Daily Grace Company. There's another one that I'm checking out as well. But yes, Daily Grace Company, and one that we may start, or I may start with a friend, is called Worship from Eden to Eternity. So I'm excited about that one. But yeah, I just like a steady, I think reading the Bible chronologically is great, and something it's just great to be able to say you did, and just that discipline of reading, several chapters each day. But I do like a study because it helps you to remember, I feel like retain what you're reading and really be able to apply it to your life, which is always the goal.
And there's really no wrong way.
There is no wrong way.
Just read your Bible, basically. Yeah. So
we're leaving condemnation and regret in 2022.
Just whatever you can do is awesome.
Yeah. More word is never a bad thing. And we're going to have some books that we're going to mention next week. There's so many things we want to read. We don't want to overload you or overwhelm you. So, and I think in general, it's good to just consider the new year. Yes, like make the goals, but think about habits you want to instill, or, I want to drink so much water, just different things that you want to apply to your daily life. And then also, goals with some deadlines, and then also just dreams that maybe are going to take some effort and some time and you won't accomplish in a year. But I just think reframing sometimes how we do goals is good, because there's different ways of doing it, and there's no right or wrong. And don't feel guilty if you're not somebody who makes a list of 10 goals each year. It's just whatever way you can make progress in life, I think is the goal. Just knowing that this is my path, that this is what I'm going to try to be intentional, because I feel like this is what I'm called to do. It's what it's about, you know.
And I heard the author of Atomic Habits, his name is eluding me, but anyways, he was talking more about
James
systems instead of goals, because a lot of times we can get discouraged, like, man, I didn't complete those goals last year.
Yes.
And it was like, yeah, you just put these goals out there, but what's the system you put in place to reach the goals? And it's more about creating the habit, the system, like the trigger of like, oh, I need to do that to pursue my goal.
Yeah.
If you read his book, it's just awesome. It really breaks it down more, but I just thought it was good about doing systems more than just being focused on I'm going to save this much money, or I'm going to do this, but breaking down how that will happen and the system you're putting in place for that to happen.
Yes, exactly. I love systems too. It's a way to preach about that. Anyways, and fines, just another PSA for Grocery Outlet. Okay, so this may only be applicable to me and Rhoda, potentially, but
because every grocery outlet is different.
Yes, it is. So anyways, when we were in Hawaii, we just really got on a goji berry kick because of acai bowls. And I was like, oh, I'm totally gonna be eating more goji berries when I get back. And then I went to the store and realized how much organic goji berries
for $30 I'm not.
Yeah, or $16.99 or something. I was like, gulp.
And it's like a little package.
Yeah. And then I went to Grocery Outlet and saw there's $7.99 the organic goji berries, and I just was so excited. I had to share with you guys. But also the Late July Salsa Verde salsa, and of course Hue chocolate. You've heard us mention that before.
They still have
Hue chocolate, So those are just 3
coconut
items.
Sugar, so not the straight sugar, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyways, those are 3 hot items there right now. In my opinion, there's a lot of other great things, but
or tell us what's at your grocery outlet.
Oh, yes. We'd love to hear about that. Anyways, you guys have heard us talk about Cultivate What Matters. They have great planners.
Another good find.
Yes, somebody just told me the other day about one from Chosen and Cherished that they are checking out. So there's so many different ones.
Oh
Passion
my goodness,
Planner.
there's so many planners.
There's so many.
It is crazy.
If you have a favorite planner, we would love to hear about it.
Yeah.
And just finding a system that works for you. That's what it's about. So whatever you can stick to is what will work.
Yes, I've been more going the digital way, just using the Google Calendar because I always have my phone with me, and using the reminders feature on the phone. That seems to be working better, although still not great. There's still definitely tweaking to be done there, but it's hard to it just takes a while to really figure out what's gonna work. And I don't know, I love writing things down, but at the same time I never always had my planner with me, so then just felt like, I don't know. So now I'm trying the more digital version. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay, we'll check in with you on that one.
Yeah.
Anyways, we hope you guys have a great send off of 2022 and just embrace 2023, Viva Magenta and all. And we look forward to seeing you next Saturday.
And do you have any big New Year's plans?
Mm-hmm.
We always wish for those, but it's just far and few between that we have some big New Year's plans. We'll actually be celebrating some family birthdays tonight, so I don't even know if we'll make it to midnight or not. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Anyways, goodbye 2022 and hello 2023.
We embrace you.
Although it felt like it was just 2020 a day ago.
Seriously, time. What is it?
It's just a vapor.
It is. We're like caught in this cycle. Can't get out of.
Anyways, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next week. We'll see you next year. Bye.